What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king, welcoming you back to more Let's Play Pokemon Platinum. In the last episode, we finally took down Commander Mars of Team Galactic and then made our way back to Celestic Town so we could start heading towards Lake Acuity, which is all the way up by Snow Point. Now, you might be wondering, what am I doing back here on Route 212? Well, I said in the last episode, this is where we were going to start this episode because I want to talk to this guy. We're going to have this guy teach a move, and we are going to have him teach a move to Gyoja. Gyoja can learn a Thunder Punch, Fire Punch, and Vacuum Wave. And yes, I am going to learn Fire Punch. I managed to get myself one more blue shard between episodes, and I am going to use Fire Punch to replace Flame Wheel. Thank goodness. I mean, Flame Wheel has been good enough for now, but it's time to finally upgrade at least a little bit. It's a bit stronger, and with the stab damage, I mean, that's an even bigger increase. I'm also going to use a PP up to increase its PP up from 15 to 18, which is going to be nice as well. But we're going to head back to Celestic Town now, and I am going to make that executive decision and sideline a couple of my team members for Squawks and Bucky, because we're going to need their help getting through this part of Mount Coronet that we're going through. Rock Smash and Strength are both required to get through here. Or is it Rock Smash and Strength? It actually might... Well, hold on. I might be wrong about that. Yes, okay. Yes, Rock Smash is required. Defog and Surf are not required, but are necessary to grab ourselves some items. So we're definitely going to want to have both of those. So let me move around some things here. Squawks, you are going in place of... Oh, wait, that's right. I got to get rid of the ball capsule off of you. Okay, can we at least do... Nope, you have a ball capsule too. Son of a gun. Okay, well, let me remove all this stuff really quickly. Okay, that is now taken care of. We can take a look right here. Yep, we got both Squawks and Bucky with us. Squawks is here on Defog duty. Bucky is here on Rock Smash and Cut duty. And we've got Triton with Strength, at least for right now. I'm just going to keep it on him until we're probably going to end up replacing it for Ice Beam a little bit later down the road. We're not too far away from getting our hands on that item. But yeah, everyone is good to go. And the reason I have picked... The team that I have picked is because Gyoja is kind of the fail-safe, so is Triton to an extent, and I really want to specifically focus on these two, mostly because Gong Gong's the lowest level, but also because Era, we are on that home stretch trying to push for level 44 so that she can finally have Shadow Ball, and then I don't have to worry about actually training her too much anymore. So, let's fight this trainer really quickly over here. We're quite done here on Route 211 in the last episode. We're going to finish up before we head on into Mount Coronet, where luckily there are no new trainers, but there are some new Pokemon that we're going to talk about that can be finally caught in those areas, and also a lot of items that we're going to want to make sure we go after, some of which will actually help me with training Era a little bit more, like rare candies and whatnot. So let's take you out, and then of course once we actually get out on the other side of Mount Coronet and start making our way towards Snow Point, that's where things are going to get even more iffy. When it comes to the fighting, because obviously things are going to get a lot stronger, a lot quicker. But luckily, I can handle fighting types pretty much all day with Drifblim. It's one of the few types that she's kind of got on lockdown at the moment. She'll definitely be a lot better with Psychic types and other Ghost types once we get our hands on Shadow Ball. Which shouldn't be too long. In fact, that Carbos I just picked up, I actually might give that to Era because she's pretty darn fast. She could use a little bit of a bump here and there for sure, just to be a bit more solid in that regard. It's not like I want to give that boost to, well, honestly, really anyway. I mean, I guess the only other one that would sort of make sense to me would be Helena, actually, just because she's right on the cusp of being the second fastest member of the team. But I've already put her in the PC, so whatever. I'm not going to worry about it too much. Okay, not bad. Not bad at all. There's definitely some things I'm going to want to make sure I pay close attention to once we head on into the mountain here. So let's just, well, I guess I can just go this way. And then over here. Oh, wait, hold on. There is one more trainer over this way. Let's fight them too. Yep, don't want to miss out on this experience here. I almost forgot about the Ninja Kid. I actually made mention about him in the last episode. Luckily, he's only got 2 Pokemon, so this shouldn't be too bad. A little jittery Skorupi over here, which I do love Skorupi. It's such a cute little gremlin. I love its design so much. All right, I'll just use Ominous Wind on this thing. What few uses of this we have, I am going to be happy to get rid of Ominous Wind in favor of Shadow Ball as soon as we get our hands on it. And I'm probably going to end up teaching, or putting one of the PP ups on that Shadow Ball once we get it. It's in desperate need of it at this point. Fly, you fools, fly. Okay. Just knock this thing out, and then we are good to go. All right, almost level 42. And by that almost, I mean probably like another 2 or 3 Pokemon away, but that's fine. Now, the Pokemon we're going to be encountering in this first area of Mount Coronet once we get there are going to be very low level, so not really anything super remarkable. You could encounter all of these the first time we were around here, but like I said, I'm not really going to be worrying about them too much. Now, let's start going after some items. All manner of items. Now, as far as the new Pokemon that can be gotten here, we got Nosepass as one of them, which can obviously evolve into Probopass if it is evolved in Mount Coronet. I think we talked about this one before. I believe we also talked about Cleffa, but these are the big ones that you're going to find in this area. Oh, that's definitely a way out, not a way in. Oops. Well, let's go this way then. Just going to kind of follow all of the Strength Rocks as we go. Got an Ice Heal. Actually might come in handy once or twice in the next coming areas because, like I said, we're going to be running into a lot of ice types here. Let's smash our way through that. Okay, hold on. We do have this boulder up here I can push to get to this item. Got ourselves TM69 Rock Polish, which doubles, or not doubles, but is a great increase in speed on whoever uses it. I do not think any of my team members can learn it. If any of them can, it might be Bronzong, but I'm pretty sure it cannot. It can! Wow, okay. I'm not going to teach it that, though, because I would much rather have Trick Room, to be honest. So we'll just hold on to that for now. But Rock Polish does have its utility, so that is nice. Okay, can I go this way? I definitely can't, because there was no way I could push that rock into a more favorable position, right? Let me just kind of reset that just to make sure. I'm pretty sure that's only accessible from a different part of Mount Coronet. It's kind of the way out of another section, not the way in to another section, if that makes sense. But I'm just going to be 100% on that. Yep, that is true. Okay, so we're going to head this way then. Like I said, we need Rock Smash getting through here. It is required. So this is why we brought Bucky with us. I didn't technically need to bring Squawks, but I wasn't about to try to navigate through the fog without Squawks. It just was going to be a gigantic waste of time. That rock is unnecessary, so let's get this one instead. I hate that. I mean, defog is almost like never 100% necessary, but you need it. It's just Flash all over again. I love that they got rid of Flash because it was so unpopular, only to bring it back in another form. It's really stupid. All right, down this way we go. We're making our way, and actually, just to be 100% sure, this might be... Hold on. I was going to say, I thought there was an item around here somewhere. Hold on a second. Let's see. Maybe it's a little further down. Let me keep going. Okay, we're going to head this way. Oh, is it this one? Yes. We got ourselves a red shard. Okay, I definitely am in need of more of those, especially because the other most useful move tutor in the game mostly favors red shards. So the more of those we can get, the better. We're pretty much done with the blue shard move tutor, and the yellow shard move tutor really, really sucks. So I'm not concerned about them at all. But let's do that. Knock this out, and we got ourselves an Ultra Ball. Okay, here on this next floor, there's not really any new Pokemon worth going after, but they're all at much higher levels, so it's a lot of the same Pokemon that you've been used to, just a bit stronger. So I'm going to use Surf. We're going to go after a couple things here. So if I head over this way, there's an item here. This is the Light Clay, which, if I remember correctly, this extends the usage of, let's see, yes. Okay. Light Screen, Reflect, and Aurora Veil all last 8 turns if the holder of this item uses any of those moves, as opposed to their standard 5. So that's pretty nice. There are some more items over here as well that we're going to want to go after. This one right here is a Max Elixir. I will definitely take that. It doesn't look like there's anything else that requires Surf. So now we may continue. Let's see. Okay. I think... I'm going to check this out. Let's see. Is there an item over here? Not quite. There is another rare candy in here that I definitely want, and that will push Arrow over the edge. So I won't really have to use her too much anymore. Okay, we're going to head down here. Let's keep rock smashing our way through. Going after every single item that I can possibly get as I go. Let's use Strength here. Good job, Triton. Way to be... such a bro. Okay, I don't need to knock out any more of those if I don't over push that. We got ourselves a Soft Sand. Ground type moves are boosted by 20%. Could be nice on Triton if we're being completely honest, especially once I get rid of Dig and replace it with something even better. Okay, we're done here. Now, I'm going to keep looking. Is it right here? Yes. Oh, I'm right on top of it. Give me that. Rare candy. There's another one. Okay, so now if we can just get Arrow to level 42, we should be able to just brute force her up to having Shadow Ball. So there's another item. Let's grab that. Now, if I remember correctly, there was another one all the way down this path. So we're going to want to grab that. So all the way over here. Another one. Perfect. And that gives us a full restore. Okay. Now, I still think I'm missing a couple more things. There are a couple of shards in here, which honestly, I wouldn't have had to go into the underground because one of them is a blue shard, it looks like. But I did want to get that fire punch before we went any further, so whatever. I'm not really too worried about it. Let's see. Okay, I think one of those items is actually this boulder right here. No. Not quite. Oh, it's just down there. Okay, it's on the other side of that rock smashable boulder. Well, let's go over this way then. And then we're just going to want to move this one out of the way. But now, I think the last one is actually at the beginning of the room, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure it actually is. Okay, I know, I'm just kind of going back and forth, but I'm making sure I'm just hoovering up all the items that I can. There we go, got ourselves a green shard. I may have missed like one item in here, probably a star piece, I think, to get myself a whole nother set of shards, but do I really want to go after it? Maybe I do. Hold on. There we go. Okay, I think we're done in this room. I'm pretty sure I grabbed absolutely everything that I could. Okay, so now we can head up the stairs, which is going to take us to the next area of Mount Coronet. I know I'm going through Max Repels like crazy, and I'm going to continue to, but it's more than enough to at least get us to Snow Point City, so there is that. All right, there's a few items I want to get in here. Let's see. Okay, so first things first. This right here, this cave. So remember how we talked about the cave over in on Iron Island that allows us to get Registeel? Well, this cave right here is where we're going to find Regice, or Regice, as some people will say. Now, much like the Registeel Cavern, there's not just a pickup in here, like there was a metal coat in the last one that raises Steel-type moves, and the Never Melt Ice raises Ice-type moves. We also have ourselves, once again, a nugget. So let's grab that. Every single one of these apparently has that. Now, all we need is to look at this and get ourselves a yellow shard, and we are basically done here. So let's get the heck on out of this place and off to Route 216, where we are going to run into a few new Pokemon, actually, as we go through this area. So there are also a lot of items around here that we're going to want to be gathering, but Pokemon are now going to be found in the level, almost level 40 at this point. So, okay, real quick, I think there's an item over here, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see, is it southwest? Okay, southwest, so over here then. Let's see, there it is. Right there, we got ourselves a PP up. Let's definitely grab that. I'm going to be battling every single trainer I come across as I go. There is Deep Snow to be wary of as we go through here, so keep that in mind. Let's talk about the new Pokemon that can all be found in this area. The first of which is Sneasel, which back in Gen 2 when it was initially unveiled was not all that great of a Pokemon, but here in Gen 4 is now able to evolve into Weavile, which is a very good physical glass cannon, a very strong Pokemon. You just need to level it up while holding a Razor Claw at night. Big fan of this Pokemon. Now, its base stats, very high, high physical attack, high speed, not great defenses, but actually pretty decent special defense. Just capable of learning a lot of good stuff that ice and dark typing can come in handy in a lot of places throughout this game. Highly recommend it. Definitely a good one. And also not that hard to get your hands on. The only hard part is getting yourself a Razor Claw and leveling it up. Next up, we have Snorunt, which can take one of two paths. Originally back in Gen 3, it could evolve into Glalie at level 42. But if it's female and you give it a Dawnstone, which you should already have by this point, you can evolve it into Frostlass. Now, Glalie is pretty decent. I don't hate it too much. It's got some really decent moves. It's very ice-focused, though, and it is a mono-type. It doesn't get a secondary typing until it gets a Mega Evolution in Generation 6. But it's got all-around okay base stats. I'm, again, not a big hater of this one. It's very balanced. It's 80 across the board in its stats. Frostlass, though, I think, is the way more intriguing one. So this is an Ice and Ghost-type Pokemon with higher speed than Glalie, but slightly lower HP and defenses while hitting about the same. So a little bit faster, which I think gives it a bit more utility, in my opinion. Definitely like that Pokemon a lot more. I also like its ability. Of course, we already have a Ghost-type Pokemon, so I'm not really concerned with getting one on my team necessarily. But hey, it can still be nice nonetheless. Last but certainly not least, unless you are going up against fire types, is Snover, which is a grass and ice type Pokemon that has the ability Snow Warning, which immediately causes hail. And man, I cannot land hits to save my life because of that one freaking sand attack. This is getting out of control. I'm going to switch on over to Gyoja because I'm getting sick of this nonsense. All right, let's do that really quickly. There we go. So, Snover. This can evolve into Abomasnow starting at level 40. Abomasnow, again, despite its quad weakness to fire, is a very powerful Pokemon with very good stats. And wow, I should have known it was going to Psybeam there. A very high HP stat, pretty darn good defenses, great attack and special attack. It's very balanced. The only problem is that its speed leaves a little bit to be desired, unfortunately. Let's just hit you with the close combat. There we go. Leaves a little bit to be desired, but it learns some really good moves, particularly Wood Hammer at level 43, which is just awesome. And then it can also get Blizzard on top of that. And again, because it has well-rounded physical and special attack, you really can't go wrong there. Very nice Pokemon. Definitely worth getting. Again, just keep it away from fire. Otherwise, it's going to have a very bad time. And yeah, that pretty much covers all of the new Pokemon in this area. There are a couple more items to be grabbed in this particular area, but there's another route north of here that's going to have a bit more. I'm going to switch on over to Era again and see if, hopefully, she can withstand whatever this Ambipom throws out so we can hit it with one more payback and knock it out. Because I would very much like for her to get the experience here. So let's do that. Come on, Ambipom, U-turn. Luckily, it can't run from battle this time because, yeah, there's no Pokemon for it to switch to, so let's just knock this thing out. And then I got some healing to do. This is why I brought all these Hyper Potions. Use that last Moo Moo Milk as well. But yeah, a lot of trainers on this route as we go through here. And, well, by a lot, there's 5. But still, it can be a fair bit. All right, we have hit level 42 with Era. Can you guess what I am about to do now? That's right, I am going to use 2 rare candies and instantly get her to level 44 so that I can start focusing on using other Pokemon here. Oh my goodness, we're going to mostly focus on using Gong Gong and Gyoja through these routes if possible. There we go, level 44. Era wants to learn Shadow Ball. Yes, please. It is time to get rid of Ominous Wind. It has served us well for a very long time, but I am absolutely sick of it. Be gone. Thank goodness. Okay, and actually, while I'm there, I should also probably use that Carbos on Era as well. So there we go. Okay, let's do some healing really quickly. We'll use that Moo Moo Milk on Gyoja, because it pretty much tops him off as is, and we'll use the Hyper Potion on Era, but swap her out anyway. So there we go. I also love the music in this area, too. It's just such a jive, man. It's so awesome. It's so, like, happy. It's kind of giving me, like... It sounds to me very similar to the snow music in Diddy Kong Racing, if anybody else knows what I'm talking about. Like, this is... It's not the exact same tune because that's a lot more memorable, but the frickin' like Snow Village in Diddy Kong Racing, I'm totally getting those vibes with this one. Okay, there is an item over here I want to make sure I grab. And yes, I see all of these trainers over here. We'll take care of them as we go. But I don't remember if there's any more down below. Okay, here we go. You're next. All right, what do you got, ma'am? You ready to answer any call to accept any challenge? That is the way of a trainer. Okay, here we go. And are you... You're the ace trainer. Okay, so I think we are about to get the last item in this route, and then we should be good. Okay, right off the bat, we're fighting a Golduck, which is not ideal, to be honest. That's fine. We'll use Psychic here. Oh, no, not Screech. Also, I love the person that is just revving their motorcycle right outside my window while I'm trying to record this. You are so cool, bro. So unbelievably cool. Anyway, there's the hail. Buffeted by the hail, that's fine. I don't really mind. This isn't going to hurt too bad. Golduck's going to use Disable. Luckily, it missed. Otherwise, that would cause me some problems. I see what one of her other Pokemon is, and I'm sure that's what she's going to switch to next, which I'm okay with. It's not going to bother me too much. I'll just do a swap. But I definitely want to use Gong against her other Pokemon. Okay, I'm going to use... I'll just use another Psychic. I have so many uses of Psychic at this point. Like, why not? Especially if it's going to keep missing these Disables. There we go. Okay. Not bad. All right, next up is, as more hail continues to fall, which we're going to have to deal with throughout this entire route. There's no way of getting around it. Rapidash. Okay, that's what I was expecting. Now, I'm going to switch on over to Triton for this thing. And we'll just use Surf here. I could have Earthquaked it, but probably better to just use Surf, especially because I think Rapidash has better physical defense than special defense. And hold on. I was wrong, actually. Its physical defense is slightly lower. Holy crap, I was not expecting that. That's really funny, actually. It's still not good, and neither of them are super great or anything, but I was not expecting it to be more specially oriented in that regard. It's very interesting. All right, good job, Triton. Very proud of you. All right, last Pokemon, which I am going to switch back to, like I said, I'm going to switch back to Gong for, because I would like to use Flash Cannon on this Sudowoodo. And this is probably going to be the last fight of the video, too. So then we can move on from here. We'll finish off this route in the next episode. We got a lot of ground to cover. It's going to be a lot of walking for the next few episodes. I think I'm going to grab like one item before I call this an episode. But yeah, then we should be done. Okay. Is that going to be a one-shot? It should be. Sudowoodo's special defense is pathetic. Yep. Oh! Ouch. Ouch, man. Oh, it was so close. Okay, luckily the hail took it out. That's really funny, but still, so close. Okay, I'm definitely going to heal between episodes. Let me grab myself this item over here very quickly, which is, this is the last one here on the route. We got a revive. There's also a trainer down there I seem to have missed as well. Just going all over the place with this route. That's fine. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for watching this episode of Let's Play Pokemon Platinum. I hope you enjoyed it very much. In the next episode, we should be continuing through Route 216, making our way eventually into Route 217, which is our last route on the way to Snow Point City. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode very, very much, and I'll see you all in the next one.